Hi Capricorn, welcome to June. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I get started on your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around the reading. And I want to say thank you for everyone who has liked my channel, subscribed to the channel, shared the videos, taken the time out to leave comments. I really appreciate your support, and especially with those who have ordered readings. I've enjoyed working with all of you. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And I hope you're enjoying these videos and the readings. I hope the readings are a help to you. So let's see what's coming up for Capricorn. For June, we have a new moon in Gemini and a full moon in Sagittarius on the 17th. The new moon's on the 3rd of June. So, let's see what the cards say for Capricorn for June. What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of June? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of June? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships? The Three of Wands, the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Death card, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this is interesting. Some interesting energy going on here. So you start the month out with the Three of Wands. This is a card of seeing the results. You've had some career success recently because you have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. There's new beginnings in career. I don't know if this is so much relationship oriented as career oriented, but whatever energies you've put out with the Ace of Wands, this is like a new beginning where you're really enthusiastic and you're like gung-ho. You're really excited about this new beginning. It could be a relationship. You've started a new relationship or a new beginning in a current relationship. But it could also be a new career path. I feel like you're thinking about taking a new direction in some type of career, making a career move. And the Three of Wands is showing the results. Like you're starting to see, you know, you might have been working really hard toward a goal, and now you're finally starting to see some results. Crossing this, though, you have the Devil. Now, the Devil is a tricky card. It could mean that you're working on something that you feel really passionate about, and you're obsessed with this, either a relationship or a career path, or whatever you're focused on. In June, you are obsessed. It's like, I've got to do this. I've got to get this done. Like it's hard to break away with the Devil. There's also a fear connected with the Devil. Like maybe you're afraid of your success. Like you're afraid that this new beginning is going to overwhelm you. If you're in a relationship, you may be afraid of losing yourself in the relationship. Maybe there are really strong feelings between you and another person, strong chemistry, and you feel like you're losing yourself within this relationship, or there's the potential to lose yourself. That's the only thing that's that's one of the things standing in the way of your success, because you have you have career success. You have the Three of Pentacles, so you're being recognized, you're being valued. People are saying, you know, you're really talented. They're seeing your talents, your abilities. You have this Ace of Wands So there's new beginnings all around you. You're ready to embark on a new path. The Knight of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because the Queen of Swords are usually air. And signs aside, this Knight of Pentacles energy, you could be working in a partnership situation where you're part of a team. And you have to be, this new beginning is bringing out your organizational skills, and you have to be methodical. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about doing the work day to day, not worrying too much about the money, or even the end goal. It's just like I have to have a schedule, I have to have a plan. And I know that if I show up every day and I do this work, I'm going to be rewarded. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about a slow path to success. It's not a quick overnight thing. It's not like out of the blue suddenly and, here it is. It's something that you have to work toward. And you have to show up every day. You have to be methodical. You have to be organized. You have to be dedicated. And that's the energy of this Knight of Pentacles. So you could be tapping into that energy to create success for yourself. Or you could be working with someone or dealing with someone who is like that, who's maybe a little bit stuck in their ways. Like, I've got to do things a certain way. I've got this schedule. I have to follow my plan. I don't want to go outside this plan. I have to, So, and then you have this Queen of Swords. Now, this Queen of Swords energy, she could be a little bit difficult at times because she can be harsh. She has a harsh energy, an independent streak. So you could be dealing with someone who is not really a team player. And it's only because she's been hurt in the past and she has learned to build walls around herself. It's like she doesn't trust. She has issues with trust. So you could be dealing with someone like that. Someone who has trust issues. And she's harsh, but she's fair. I mean, she sees the truth in things. And she can be harsh in her communication style. Her communication style is very cold. It's like she doesn't sugarcoat anything. She just tells it like it is. So you could be dealing with someone like that. And maybe with the Seven of Swords here, maybe you feel like someone's not being totally honest with you. Maybe you feel like this person says one thing to your face, another thing behind your back, and you're not trusting that person. Because when I see the Seven of Swords, there's a sneakiness or it's the thief card or the sneak card, or it's like covert energy, sneaky energy. Someone not being totally transparent. So there could be someone in your environment that's being that way. You're not really sure where you stand with this person. You're not really sure if they're honest. Maybe you feel like they're trying to take something away from you. Or they're not allowing you to shine. You have the Death card here. So this is a card of clearing out what's no longer working. So if you were on a path that wasn't right for you, or in a relationship that wasn't right for you, you're ready to make some changes. You're ready to move, to clear out what's no longer working, to overcome your fears, and maybe branch out into a new direction. Because the Death card is about ending one cycle. A cycle in your life is ending. Something is ending and it's clearing the way for something new to begin. So it could be like you're in this transition period. And you're transitioning toward a new path. And sometimes with the Seven of Swords, this is in your environment. Maybe whatever you're working, you might be working on a secret project, or you might be working on something behind the scenes that you're hiding from people. If that's not you, then you might not be trusting the people that you're working with. Or you might feel a little guarded. But you have the Eight of Pentacles here in your wish fulfillment sector. This is a card of the master craftsman, someone who's on a new path, just starting out and learning the ropes, kind of. I feel like you're almost on, like, taking a new career path, or a new, even if it's a new relationship, it's the beginning stages. So there could be some fear involved when you're in a new relationship. For some of you who are having a new relationship, there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, and maybe there's a little bit of fear because you're not sure, you're not feeling totally confident yet. But the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever new beginning you're starting in June, and you may have already started it before June. This could have been started like maybe in March even. It's going to bring wealth and abundance. This is the wealth card. This is the financial security card. This is feeling that you are safe. You're building a home and you're feeling safe. So you could be connecting with someone that brings a sense of security to your life, that makes you feel safe because you know they have your back. So on a relationship, it's kind of strange because good things are happening, but a part of you is not trusting it. And it could be that you are this Queen of Swords, that you're not trusting the new beginnings that are coming in June. And you're being cautious and you're being a little bit paranoid. Like, can I trust this person? And you're afraid to go deeper because you're not sure if they're going to have your back. But they will. So if you get involved in a relationship, I think it's going to lead to financial abundance, security. And you could be leaving behind something that wasn't giving you, that wasn't working as well. You could be leaving behind a situation where you weren't being valued. And you could be moving into a situation where you are very much valued and compensated for the work that you do. So let's see what's going on with the astrology. The new moon is happening in your 6th house. So that's the house of work, employment. So this month, I don't know that this month is very much, is more about romance. I think it's more about career. But we'll see. Let's see what else is here. Neptune's in the 3rd. So the other thing you want to be careful with Neptune in the 3rd. The 3rd house is the house of communication. And with Neptune there, you want to make sure that whatever you're hearing, that you're not being misunderstood. If you're communicating with someone, you want to be understood. Be very clear. Because you could be misinterpreted. And then gossip, that's how gossip starts. You say something, somebody misinterprets what you say, they repeat it, and before you know it, it's a whole other story. Because Neptune brings confusion and deception in communication. It can be. So you want to make sure that when you're dealing with people, when you're communicating with people, that you take what they say with a grain of salt. Look deeper if you have to. Check the source. Don't just listen to hearsay or gossip. And if you are a communicator, if you are communicating a message, be very, very clear, very specific about what you're saying and what you want so that you're not being misunderstood. Jupiter's going through your 12th house. So it could be bringing up issues, some psychological issues that you have to face. So if you have any kind of blocks to success or blocks, psychological blocks, Jupiter can be enhancing them or bringing, because Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So that's for better or for worse. So if it's in a good house, like the 12th house is really the house of, how we self-sabotage our hidden enemies. It's sometimes, but I think it's more self-destructive behavior and thoughts because things that you're doing based on unconscious programming. So with Jupiter there, you have an opportunity to confront these issues and rise above them. But if you don't confront them, then they can blow out of proportion and hurt you. And that's, again, what this Seven of Swords is about. It's about not facing the truth about something. So there could be something in your environment that you're just not wanting to see. And you have to face the truth. You can't sweep things under the rug. You can't be an ostrich in June. You want to, look in the dark corners of your psyche. Jupiter will help you. You have Venus in the 5th house at this new moon, and it's trining Pluto in the 1st. So you could be, if you do get involved in a relationship in June, there's going to be a lot of passion, very strong feelings, strong emotions, maybe even power struggles. But it's a trine, so I don't think it'll be as bad. Venus opposing Pluto or Venus square Pluto would bring out the power struggle aspect in a negative way. Venus trine Pluto just makes things more intense. And in your 5th house, if you're not dating someone and you start a new romance in June, it's going to be intense and very passionate. If you're with someone, you could renew the passion in your relationship because you have this opportunity for new beginnings. And you are changing, Capricorn. You have Pluto and Saturn in your 1st house. You're wanting to be taken seriously. You're tired of, if you're not getting the recognition you deserve, you're going to make a really strong effort to get that recognition. And you're going to change on a deep level with Pluto going through your 1st house. It's transforming your whole appearance and how you're seen in the world, how you show up in the world. So now is a very powerful time for Capricorns. If you've ever wanted to make changes in your life, now's the time to do it. You have this powerful Pluto helping you to transform your life. It may involve breaking things down so you can rebuild in a better direction, but by the end of the Pluto transit, you will be a changed and improved version of yourself. So if you have to overcome any kind of difficulties, Pluto will give you the strength to do that. Now the full moon is happening. This is going to be a psychological full moon for you. It's happening in your 12th and 6th house. So something can come to light around your work environment. Some secrets could be revealed. If someone has been talking behind your back, you might find that out. Or if someone's been working behind the scenes to sabotage you, the hidden enemy aspect, you'll find that out too. But also, you can find out how you self-sabotage, how you sabotage yourself, how you, how your behavior is hurting you. What's preventing you from having the success and the recognition that you deserve. If there's any dark shadows that need to be cleared out, you can do this at this full moon. It's going to shine a light on it. You have you have Mars and Mercury in the 7th house. So there could be a new, some type of contract coming up. Or you could be dealing with an Aries or a Gemini or a Virgo. Mercury is the planet of communication. And Mars is the planet of action and aggression and anger. So if you're not communicating your needs in June, you might wind up fighting with your partner. So it's really important that you communicate what you need and get at the bottom of any problems, and you can solve them. But if you don't communicate, there could be some power struggles because you have Mars is going to be opposing Pluto and Saturn, and Mercury is going to be opposing Pluto and Saturn. So with Mars in the 7th house, it's time to deal with the things you haven't been wanting to deal with. If there's a problem in any relationship, whether it's business or personal, you have to deal with it. And you have to communicate about it. And, with Mercury in Cancer, it could be a healing experience where you finally say to someone, hey, this is what I need. You've been doing this, it's been hurting my feelings, or it's been hurting me. You need to be honest and communicate about what you need. And you'd be surprised, you might get a favorable response, but if you don't speak up, then you might wind up fighting and dealing with, because Mars in Cancer is passive aggressive. They don't want to say what's wrong, but then they're being sarcastic, or, you're being, late, or you're not, you're dropping the ball on something because you're pissed off. So it's better to just face the truth, say what's on your mind. Don't be a phony in June. Speak up. Ask and it shall be given. Because you have great cards. You have this Ten of Pentacles. You can create the home and the love and the security that you need. But you have to face certain truths before you can get there. And you have to speak up and conquer fear. Capricorn. This Devil card, this is the Capricorn card, And the thing about Saturn, Capricorns are ruled by Saturn. Sometimes you let your fears get in your way of your success. Fears and insecurities, suspicion. Sometimes Capricorns can be a little bit paranoid. So rather than guessing about what's going on, find out. Speak up, shine a light, and ask. And you can resolve a lot of, you can bring things that have been hidden out into the open where they can be healed and talked about and resolved. Because you have this Death card. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for a rebirth. It's time to confront the dark. It's time to do some psychological house cleaning so that you can embrace this new beginning from a healthier place. Get rid of the dark, get rid of the cobwebs, get rid of anything that's been holding you back, that you haven't been willing to face. And then the rest is gravy. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. That's like one of the best cards in the deck. That's the wealth and security card. That's like the happy home. In some decks you see, the couple and the dog and the grandparents. It's like the whole family, like your family's coming together. You're establishing a family. But you have to confront the darkness within yourself and within your situations. Not only within you, within others. You have to face the dark. You can't sweep it under the rug. And once you face it and confront it and heal it, everything's going to just shift into a better direction. So, don't be afraid to you can do the work. It may take a while too, because with the Knight of Pentacles, it'll be a slow process. But at the end, you can drop your guard and allow this love to come into your life. Allow this abundance to come into your life. Drop that suspicious nature. It's kind of like when you're in a dark room and everything looks like a ghost or a monster when you're a kid. And then you turn the light on and it's like, oh, that was just my jacket on the chair, Or that was just a stuffed animal in the corner. So when you shine a light on things, they're not as scary. And they may not be anything like what you've imagined. So that's my message for June, Capricorn. Use that Plutonian power and that Saturn power. Saturn's in your sign. It's giving you strength to be the boss, to be the leader, to be the disciplined one, the organized one. Get your act together. Claim that success. Claim that abundance. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. And if you'd like to have a private reading where we can go into greater detail with your own situation, click on the link in the description box and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, go after what you want. Embrace that new beginning. And you'll be reaping the rewards before you know it. So have a wonderful, successful June, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.